Well, hey everyone, and welcome back to Cowboy Survival. We're going to do here today, we're going to take another look at another trail meal that you might want to put in your bag. The thing doesn't weigh very much, it's only 8 ounces. This is a turkey chili with beans meal by OMEALS, and I found this at Academy Sports. I thought it looked interesting because it's a little different than those Mountain House meals. You know, those Mountain House meals we get, you have to add hot water to them, seal them up, let them sit for about 5 minutes. This is more like a meal ready to eat. It's got, you take the meal out, you're going to put it in a pouch, and we'll walk all the way through it. And it's got a meal heater that you put down in it, and it will heat the meal for you. So we're going to try that out, see that works. This might be a better alternative if you're on the trail and you don't want to build a fire, you don't have a cooker with you, you just have some water. You can heat this up and have a hot meal without having to build a fire or turn on your stove. So anyway, let's get into it and take a look at this OMEALS turkey chili with beans. Okay, so we've got our stuff here that we need. We've got our meal, we've got our water. I got a spoon to eat it with. You'll notice I've got the shamog spread out on the table. I'm not going to worry about getting this shamog dirty because, in fact, if it does get dirty, that's great because I'm going to wash this. I'm going to do another video where we are going to show you the proper way to wash and care for a shamog. And then I'm going to show you the improper way and how you can probably destroy your shamog if you're not careful. So let's get on with the meal. Now the intro for the other video. By the way, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. Go and click the subscribe button below and join us in this journey where we're exploring all things outdoor and survival. So what we've got here is a meal. I've opened it up. Let's take a look at what's in this packet. It's got a zip closed seal on it. So I've got some things. That's the actual meal there. Let's see what else is in here. It's got a couple of things. It's got, okay, so it's got this. This is the package I'm assuming that you cook it in. So it's actually comes with a utensil with it, so I didn't need to bring a spoonful upstairs. Comes with a utensil in it. That's nice. This is your meal heating ration. You got to take this out of this package before you use it. This is going to be what we're going to cook in. It's got a bottom on it that spreads a little bit. So when we put the water in it, so we'll take this and it'll stand up then. It's supposed to, so hopefully it'll stand up. And we'll put the meal down in there. And it goes this end up. It's got a little tab on the meal here to pull it open when you want to eat it. But you're not going to do that, of course, until it's already cooked. So we're going to set this in here, and it gives us instructions. It tells us first we're going to insert the food bag into the OMEALS bag, which is right here. That's what I've got. It says add 3 to 5 ounces of any type of water. So we're going to add about 3 to 5 ounces. 4 ounces is half a cup, right? It says fill it to the fill line, but I don't know how you would seal. You can see the fill line on the outside, but this is not a clear bag, so it might not be totally clear to us how full to do this. Then it says you're going to open the NHX heating pad, and here it is. NXH, excuse me. You're going to open this and place this in the OMEAL bag next to the food pouch and seal it quickly. We're going to let this steam for 3 to 5 minutes. Now it's got right here, it's got a little hole in it right here. I don't know if you can see that. And that hole is going to be for letting steam come out. Because this is going to heat the water up and the steam will need to come out. So let's go ahead and do this meal. Put it in the bag and let's see how it works. Okay, so we're going to take our bag. We're going to stick our food pouch in. Remember, you're going to want the notch side toward the top because that's where we're going to open it. I'm a little concerned how hot this will be when I'll take it out, but we will find out. Next thing we're going to do is going to put some water in it. It says to fill it to this fill line here. Not exactly sure how we're going to be able to tell when it's to that fill line, but we'll give that a shot. Well, it didn't stand up, did it? So we're going to take this. It's very similar to when you do a MRE. It's going to be very, very similar. So I'm going to hold this bag. I'm going to try to squeeze this and hold this open. And we're going to pour a little bit of water in here, and I'm going to hopefully get it to about that fill line. Again, I'm not exactly sure how you can tell when you're at the fill line. Put a little more in there. I think that's about right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick. I got to stand this up. So you really ought to take this out before you do the water, because if you put it in water, it could fall over. So we're going to take this out, and that didn't work real well, so let's try it again. This is where the old knife comes in handy, I suppose. You don't want to tear the heating pouch. There we go, and here it is. It's pretty standard little pouch. It's in a little perforated packet. It's got some, I imagine it's got some chemicals in there. It does not tell us precisely what this is. So it doesn't tell us precisely what the chemicals are that's in it. But we're going to take this, we're going to drop it down in here, and we're going to seal this up, because that's what it says to do. And it should start to heat up pretty quickly. While this is heating up, we'll talk a little bit about the nutrition on this thing. It is 200 calories in this bag. It has 4 grams of fat, only 1 gram of saturated fat. It's got some cholesterol. It's heavy in sodium, about 590 milligrams of sodium in it. 28 grams of carbs. Now, the carbs, only 5 grams of that is sugar. So that's to be expected, I guess. That's okay. It's starting to heat. I can feel it starting to get warm now. So we're going to let this thing heat up. It says for 3 to 5 minutes, and boy, you can hear it. I don't know if you see the steam coming out of that. Maybe you can hear it. I would set my timer, I guess. We'll do 4 minutes on this. I will do 5 minutes. I don't guess you can overcook it. We'll do 5 minutes, and we'll see what happens in 5 minutes. I didn't see the point of making you sit through the whole 5 minutes, so we're at about the 1.5-minute mark now, I guess. And I can't really see the timer, but about the 1.5-minute mark. And you know, these are good meals to have, because sometimes if you're hiking home, if you're on a trail, you need something that is going to be nutritious, is going to have some protein in it, it's going to be warm. Eating snack bars all the time isn't always the best thing. Sometimes you really want to have something that's hot to eat. So I think that something like this is a really good kind of addition to your bag, assuming it tastes well. We'll taste that in a moment. One of the things to remember is once you're done, you can empty the water out, but then you can use this bag to store all the garbage that you created, whether it's the strip off the top, whether it's the little NXH heating pad. Let's see if this has anything in it. It doesn't tell me anything about what this heating pad is made of. I don't know what creates the chemical reaction, but it's just a chemical reaction that you get when you add something with water. And that's pretty standard. They use these in the meal heaters that you get with your MREs all the time. But having something like this doesn't weigh a lot. You don't have to get out your camp stove. You don't have to build a fire to boil water to put into a Mountain House meal, which is the only downside of Mountain House meals. Some of them taste good, some of them not so good. You have to find the ones you like. This was about $9, so it wasn't overly expensive, I didn't think. Some of them can get to be, some of the Mountain House meals can be $12, $13. It depends on what you're buying. But this looked good to me. I can't really eat, so that's the timer's going off. I cannot really eat beef, so the meals that have beef in them are not good for me. So I like this one. This one appealed to me because it's turkey, and so we're going to see what it is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Now I'm a little concerned this is going to be very hot when I take this thing out of here, because it feels hot. So I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to get this out of here without. Now I'm going to sort of scrunch this bag down, because this thing is going to be a little warm. It's pretty warm because it's got hot steamy water on it, right? So that's a problem. I would say that having some gloves would be very handy with this. You want to have, I would think, some gloves so that you can take this out. So I'm going to take that out of there, right there. There it is. And again, it should stand pretty much on its own. The Mountain House meals, you know, are a little more rectangular, so they're not so high as this one would be. It says, I love the back of the instructions here. It says, carefully remove food pouch. Enjoy. I would think it'd be handy to have some gloves so that you can pull that thing out of there a lot easier, because that steam is still coming out, and the steam is hot. This feels pretty warm inside, so we're going to take this and tear this top off if we can. Here it comes. Oh, it's good. It's very, very chilly looking. So I'm going to take this knife and cut this, because I think that'll be easier for me to eat without that piece of it hanging on. There we go. I'm going to put this in my little garbage bag here. We don't want to get that messy all over the place. And so now we look in this, and it's got, it looks like chili. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm going to take a picture of the inside of this, because I want to be able to show you what this looks like. It actually looks pretty tasty. Now it's got, of course, it's a little shadow, but that looks kind of good in there. Looks like the kind of chili you might find anywhere. So now what we're going to do is we're going to taste this chili. It's considered one serving. A lot of Mountain House meals are actually 2 servings. This is a single serving meal. So so I get it. It looks really good. As you can see from the camera, it looks like regular chili. Looks like something my wife might make for us. So that is actually really, really good. For turkey chili, that is excellent. Now, if you like it a little hotter, you could always add a little of your own chili pepper in there. I'm really satisfied with this meal. I'm going to buy me a couple of these to keep back in my food supply, because this is really, really excellent. That's a good meal. So, I think the OMEALS turkey chili with beans is an excellent choice. I think that using that for a camp meal, put in your backpack, 8 ounces, is going to create a nice hot meal. I might actually cook it a little longer. Might take it out, squish it around, and put it back in the bag to get it because while it's hot, it's not steaming hot. Depends on whether you're in the winter or the summer. Even in the summer, you want a hot meal sometimes, right? But I would recommend this. This tastes excellent. It took about 4 ounces of water. I'm really pleased with this. Wasn't sure what to expect. Sometimes these chilies, they taste a little weird. This one doesn't taste chalky. It tastes nice and rich and full. Doesn't leave an aftertaste. This is really good. So, remember what we always say here on Cowboy Survival. Stay strong, stay prepared, have a blessed day. We'll see you real soon on Cowboy Survival.